All right, welcome back to part 2 of our 85 card PSA submission for cards from 1980 to present. This part is going to feature mostly Atlanta Braves cards and is very heavy on Dale Murphy. These cards belong to a buddy of mine, James, and his cousin Nick, and they are both big Braves and Dale Murphy fans, watching the Braves as they grew up regularly. These are all for their PC, and there's some really, really cool cards in here and some really, really nice grades. So let's get this taken care of. We'll show these cards. Maybe we'll show you something a little bit different, and we'll honor the great Dale Murphy, who belongs in the Hall of Fame while we do so. Here we go. We want to start off. I was going to end the last part with these two cards. However, these are modern cards, but they're Braves, so I decided to go ahead and carry them over. The first one here is a 2023 Bowman draft of Braves prospect Hurston Waldrop. We got a Gem Mint 10 on this one. Very nice card. It's a Bowman paper, so it's a base card. Just a nice PSA 10 PC card of a nice Braves prospect. I think he was 3 or 4 on their prospect list last time I looked. Next up is a guy that's off the prospect list because he's graduated from it. Ronald Acuna, this is a 2023 Topps Cosmic Chrome Planetary Pursuit Sun. Ronald Acuna Jr., this is a Mint 9. Obviously, as you can see the shine there, this is a refractor. Good looking card, got a 9. I think that's about what I expected, kind of hoping for a 10, but at the same time, there were some really, really minor issues with it. Next, I got something different for you. And I'm going to show you these two cards along with another card to give you some perspective. These are from the Atlanta Braves Police Series. This one is from 1981. This is going to be a little bit harder for me to show. We got Mint 9 on this baby. And I'm going to see if I can't zoom in on that card a little bit here and get my thumb out of the way so we don't have shadows there. Just a really nice card, really big slab. And just to give you a reference point, this is the Acuna slab we just looked at. And as you can see, it is much, much smaller. These cards, these police cards, measured 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So they're bigger than the standard 2.5 by 3.5, and they're just slightly bigger, 3/8 of an inch taller than the early 50s cards, which were still able to fit into a regular size slab. So unfortunately, these could not. However, I really think these things look awesome. And to be honest with you, as I told Nick, I said, these things you need to, let me get a clip here. These things you need to put on a bookcase or on a shelf somewhere and display them just like you would a photograph in a frame. And they just really present well. They're nice, nice, nice. The second one is a 1986. Let me see if I can get closer to get the grade version of the police card for the Braves. This is also a Mint 9. And again, I'm going to see if I can show the whole card. The slab's just a little bit too big for me to get too close to the camera here. Again, let me get my thumb out of the way. Just nice presenting extra large slabs, but again, I think these things just kind of fit and would be great display pieces. And I really like them. I think they're pretty cool. They both got Mint 9s, so that's great grades for Nick. I know he's happy with those, and that's something definitely different that we don't see every day. And speaking of something else different, this is a 1982 Perma-Graphics All-Star credit cards of Dale Murphy. This got a Mint 9 as well. This is a thicker card, similar to kind of the plastic you would see an old credit card. They made these cards after the All-Star game and honored a certain amount of All-Stars each year. And I think they did it for 2 or 3 years, and that's about it. I know I saw an 83 version for sure, but this is called an 82 Perma-Graphics Dale Murphy All-Star credit card. And again, it's a nice looking card, and it shows, if you get up there close, it shows the 1982 All-Star on it. Again, these were produced after the 1982 All-Star game. But nice card, something different you don't see every day. they're not exceedingly rare. It's just something that you don't see. It's just not really common either. Next up is a 1983 Topps Murphy All-Star. Just filling out a Murphy run. We got a mint 9 on this one. Nice card, well centered. Got the text on the back, talks about great All-Star games, and this one refers to the 1964 All-Star game. So nice little extra tidbits on the back. Next up, again, same thing. 83 Topps Braves pitching and batting leaders. Of course, we've got Hall of Famer Phil Niekro and Dale Murphy on this. Murphy had a heck of a year in 81 and 82. See if it shows anything else besides batting average here. It does not. A quick tidbit about Murphy is, many of you know, he started off his career as a catcher. And his rookie card is on a 1977 4-player All-Star Catchers card. And strangely enough, he was on an All-Star Catchers 4-player card again in 1978. But early in his career, he developed some throwing issues, or the yips as they're called, and really, really struggled throwing to second base. And, it was said that, pitchers had to duck if they were still on the mound, or the ball sailed into center field. And it was one point, I think his dad may have been trying to lighten the mood a little bit, but his dad was quoted as telling him that there's one thing for sure: nobody will be trying to steal center field on you, because most of his throws landed out there. The problem got so bad that they had to try to move him. They moved him to first base, still had issues throwing, and finally they moved him to left field, and the issues went away. So ultimately, once he got comfortable in the outfield, they moved him, and he played center field for many years, and then also right field. With a big, strong arm, he had a rocket for an arm. He just couldn't control it when he was in the infield and behind the plate. So he joked that when the Braves moved him to center field, they were doing their best to move him as far from the plate as possible. All right, next up, we've got a 84 Topps Tiffany Braves pitching and batting leaders. We've got Dale Murphy again with Craig McMurtry as a pitching leader there. And this one is a Tiffany, so you see the nice brighter back on that one. And we got, again, another mint 9 on that card. We have 3 of the same card. These are 1984 Topps Nestle. These are labeled as hand cut. Personally, I have not. Well, actually, I have seen one sheet of them, but I've not seen it in person. I've always seen the cards, and they've already been cut. So I didn't realize it was going to have a designation of a hand cut. Then I went back and looked, and all the others do as well. So this particular one got a 7, and next one got a 7 as well. And the third one, got an 8. Got a near mint 8 on this one. Again, those are the Nestle version of 84 Topps. And we have 3 of those for James PC. We've got 2 more Nestles here. The first one is a Phil Niekro. Again, Hall of Famer, mint 9. Same thing, 84 Nestle hand cut and a mint 9 for Phil Niekro. And then we have a manager, Joe Torre, Hall of Fame manager, that is. This one got a 7. Had a few little minor spots and minor things here or there. Still good looking card, good for the PC. And again, we got a near mint 7 for Joe Torre on that one. So these are the 84 Murphy All-Star. Card number 391. On this one, we got an 8. And again, you can see that it's got Nestle on the top, as opposed to, say, the Topps card, which we can look at here with the Mattingly, has the Topps logo there. So these have the Nestle logo. They were special runs that Nestle did for several years, I believe. We have near mint 8 and another 8. So 3 of those, all 8s, all Nestles. So we will move to 3 more. So these things, slabs are kind of wanting to stick together when stacked. This is the OPC version of the same card. And this, again, OPC is the Canadian version. And as you can see, the OPC logo is there. And we also have the French on the front. And also, again, you've got marital status, interest, and English. And then below, let's get that out of the way there, more French. So these are the Canadian version. The OPCs were produced in much, much smaller numbers. And I'm sorry, I did not show you the grades on these. We got an 8 on the first one, an 8 on the second one, and a mint 9 on the third. So we did get a mint 9 on the OPC. OPC printed much, much smaller quantities than their Topps counterparts. Now we'll look at another Tiffany. This is an 88 Tiffany. We got a mint 9 on this one. Again, you can see the bright back. You can't really tell the high gloss finish on the front. If you had it next to a regular 88, you could, but in the slab. But it's very high glossy on the front, and then it's got the nice bright colored background for those Tiffany's. Next is an 89 OPC, again another Canadian version. This one keeps all of the French on the back, I believe. And actually, I do believe it's just right there at its position. But 1989 OPC, we got a mint 9 on that one. So next up, we're back to another Tiffany. We got a 91 Topps Tiffany. Got a near mint 7 on this one. I know the last time that we did a modern or more modern submission, James had one of these in the Desert Shield variety, and got a I believe a mint 9 on it. Got a high grade. It was a really nice card. That one just picked up a 7. And now we're going to get into some of the little bit more recent and current cards. Current's probably not the right word here. This one is a 2003 Upper Deck Sweet Spot Classic. And just try to see if I can give you a good look at the card. This one got a near mint 8. But nice card. Trying to see if I can do that without too much glare. There. Something a little bit different. Okay. And next we have a 2004 Donruss Leather and Lumber Murphy. This one also got an 8. Take a look at that nice color picture on the back. Now this is a thicker card. This is a relic card, so it's definitely thicker. Has a thicker slab that's closer to what I think the new slabs are going to be once they get those those problems ironed out. But this one, it says Boys of Summer Material, Donruss Timeless Series. It's got a mint 9. It's got a piece of a bat there. Just a nice looking Murphy. Got him in his stance there. And in the back, we got a certificate of authenticity talking about the piece of the bat. I don't know if I can get that to focus or not. So we got there. Again, that one was a little bit thicker. Next, we've got a 2008 Donruss Threads Century Stars, and we got a gem mint 10 on that one. That was a very nice surprise. Pick up a 10 on this Murph, showing him playing the outfield. And speaking of the outfield, just a couple other little tidbits about Mr. Murphy. He had a 740 games played streak, which was the longest in the National League. Pretty much played every game, played every inning for the most part. He did get injured in game 675, and they thought the streak was going to end. He ended up getting his hand caught in the outfield wall and had to have 9 stitches. Yet he came in the next night and pinch hit with 9 stitches in his hands and hit a home run off of Doc Gooden for the Braves. Unfortunately, they still lost that game. The Mets were on a heck of a winning streak at the time, but he extended his streak by hitting a home run off Doc Gooden with 9 stitches in his hands. That's an impressive feat. Next up, we got 2002 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. And I believe now we just call it Topps Chrome Platinum. They dropped the anniversary from them, from all the boxes. This one's a Gem Mint 10. This is an Aqua Lava Refractor. These cards are really nice looking. They have the 1953 design, but I really have gotten heavy into the 2023s, which just came out here back in May. And they have the 1954 design, and they are just really, really beautiful cards. And I'm not much of a modern guy, but these kind of got me hooked, so I've bought quite a few of those. But this is a nice Murphy in a 10 Chrome Platinum Aqua Lava Refractor. And you can see how the refractor with the light. Another from that same set is a Speckle Refractor. And this one you can see basically looks like a disco ball behind him. But nice card. We got a mint 9 on this one. Just does a nice job of really getting into their face. And the photos are more like portraits, which is how they were done in 1953. They did not use photographs. They actually used artists to create portraits and artwork for each player, which makes the early 50 sets really unique. So we got a mint 9 on this Speckle Refractor from Topps Chrome Platinum, the 2022 year. All right, next up we got a couple more here. 2023 Aqua Sparkle Foil, and in archives, just again, nice card. Definitely got some sparkle, and it falls into the new shiny stuff that I used to say that I hated. But I've begun to warm up on some of these. Now, some of them I still think just don't look good, quite frankly. But I don't think that applies here. I think that's actually a nice one. I don't really care for ones that have crazy color labels. The Aqua's not so bad, but the oranges and just some of the ones that don't have any color relevance to the players, the uniforms, any of that stuff, just don't excite me too much. This next one is another big card. It's a 2023 Tier 1 Prime Performers Auto. We got a Gem Mint 10, and this is a Dale Murphy card. It is autographed, or it's autographed and numbered to, I believe that is 149. Yep, 149. And we got a Gem Mint 10 on that. Again, this is another one of those thicker cards with the thicker slabs, but just a nice looking modern card. And the last card I've got for you, and this one would be the disappointment of the bunch, and there always seems to have to be that. It is a numbered card as well. This one is numbered to, I believe that's 100. If I could get my focus right. I may have to take a look at this. Or is that 199? I'm sorry, I cannot read it really well right now. The gold foil kind of in that dark background don't help. This one got an EX Mint 6. And this is a medallion card, so it is super extra thick. It had some chips along the edges. The slab and the way the card presents itself, it kind of covers up some of those, but it did have some edge issues. You know, I was kind of hoping it would get a 7 out of it, but still, this is kind of a unique card, and it's one that James wanted for his PC. It's a MVP Medallion Black. We'll see if we can't get a closer look again on this. And I apologize for the glare on this one, but it's got a medallion, built into the card. So anyway, that is it. That is our Dale Murphy Atlanta Braves collection and portion of the submission. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back and visit us again for our next reveal video, but also for some other content that I have coming up that I think you'll enjoy too. So hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't, or at least consider subscribing. And please come join us again. I look forward to spending some time with you another day.